Get back on set. Get back on set. Cause bitch, get back on set. Sapphire talking about Smiley, we not doing this. No, she is doing it. She's doing it right now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, and this is Tavi on TV. Wait, before we get this video started, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. In this video, I'm going to be doing my review to Baddies USA episode 2. Now, girl, the first thing I want to say to start this review off is, get back on set! Get back on set! Because, bitch, get back on set. Something about that get back on set got me up. Now, let's go ahead and start this review off. So, this episode starts off with Biggie screaming to Smiley, get back on set. Because apparently Smiley was hiding behind the cameras and hiding behind producers and every motherfucking thing else in the ballroom. So Biggie needed that, and Biggie got that. Now, did Biggie just do her biggest ones? Now, that is yet to be determined. But I will say I was living for this energy from Biggie, baby. She needed that from Smiley, and she got that. Now, the first round, I feel like Biggie, I guess, won. She got more hits in. She was pounding on Smiley's head a little bit, okay? She was pounding on Smiley's head. Now, as they're fighting, we see Cold Killer try to sneak Tinkerbell. It was what it was, you know. They hadn't fought like fucking six, 7 times before this. So at this point, I'm kind of over them fighting, but they're still fighting. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, overall, Tink kind of got that. And Biggie got Smiley, but she didn't really beat her. Like I said, it was pretty fair. They about the same size. Biggie, she's trying to explain to Chrisean. I don't know why she explaining to Chrisean, but she like, Chrisean, nigga, she was talking about my dead husband, bro. She was talking about my dead husband. And I'm like, why you explaining this to Chrisean? You think Chrisean finna pop you about Smiley? I mean, I know her and Smiley cool. Y'all know Smiley had Chrisean baby and stuff, like, at a certain point. I think when she was in jail, so I don't know if she thought she needed to explain that to Chrisean, but it was just weird, okay? But she's explaining to Chrisean, nigga, she was talking about my dead husband, bro. She was calling my phone, bro. Like, I just like, why? What, like, for what? Why, Smiley? What the fuck, bro? You want my life, nigga? You want to beat me, nigga? I'm like, oh my goodness, Biggie, I'm living, girl, I'm living. So they end up going a second round. The second round went somewhat like the first round, but it was just more like tussling. The second round, Smiley kind of initiated it. Like, she kind of reached for Biggie wig, and, you know, they had a little tussle, a little squabble, girl. So Biggie, she like, before we fight again, nigga, answer my question, bro. Answer my question, bro. Why did you do that? Why did you, like, why was you prank calling my phone? So why was you talking about my dead husband, nigga? So Smiley like, I never did that. I never did that. I'm like, Smiley. Okay, Smiley. Smiley will literally have a key on your fucking head, top over the internet, and then see you in person and be like, girl, what are you talking about? Well, that's her federal face. Federal. Bitch, she know what she gonna do if she get into them motherfucking situations, girl. When she don't want to answer them questions, she do just that. She don't answer them questions. She be like, what? And then anyway, hold on, we get into it. So, woo, Smiley, bitch, you played, girl. Can't believe you tried it, bitch, you played, Smiley. Anyway, then we see Smiley in her confessional, and she's in a hijab, and I'm like, now I'm like, what is going on for real? Now I'm really like, what is going on? Like, what in the absolute everlasting fuck is going on? Why this lady got this on? And then I remember her being in Dubai, and she was shaking her ass, pretending like she was getting locked up. But I guess she's bringing the charades. She's bringing the act on tour. I don't know. I guess it's one of her personalities. This bitch is Roger the Alien. I don't know what Smiley got on, but yeah. No, I do know what she got on. She got on a hijab, but I don't know why she got it on. But yeah, anyway. So then they go round 3. Biggie got that. Like I said, she was like pounding on her head just a little bit more. But Biggie, she started to like spin around a little bit. You know how she do. She get to spinning and flipping and falling and shit. But, you know, she was doing her little ones and shit. But she kept screaming to Smiley, get back on set. Get back on set. Get back on set. Hold on, I gotta get it right. Get back on set! Get back on set, nigga! Get back on set! She kept screaming, get back on set, but Smiley, she was not on that, baby. She did not want to fight, alright? For some reason, I was living for Biggie yelling, get back on set. Like, what? Break the fourth wall, why don't you, bitch? So Sapphire, she comes in, she says a lot going on, and I'm like, yeah, bitch, it is. Smiley got on the hijab in her confessional, little do you know, bitch. So she's adding even more to this chaotic scene behind the scenes. So Tink, she picks up Cold Killer's hat and she put it on. And Cold Killer, she basically says she feel like Tink mad because she was supposed to be dogging her. And yeah, she was. I feel like that's what we all expected whenever they finally faced off, because it has been a long time coming. And here we are. And Tink, you didn't do what you were supposed to do, bitch. She's talking about somebody get her stamina up. Bitch, you get your stamina up. Bitch, you should have got on the treadmill to get your stamina up, baby. You want to get beat up to get your stamina up? That was not a good training technique. That was not a good training strategy, technique, none of that, girl. I didn't like how you had done did that. Okay, Tommy and Scotty, they arrived. They both looking good, of course. So then Tink and Cold Killer go again. At this point, this is like round 8. I don't want to see it no more because I feel like, Tink, why you still want to go with this little ass girl? Because you feel like you ain't bop, bam, boomed her ass, bitch. You haven't. You have not mopped the floor with Cold Killer like you supposed to. And I guess you feeling some kind of way about that. Yeah, and then this round in particular, you couldn't even tell who won because, like, the cameras was just everywhere. They was every fucking where. Y'all could tell they rushed this because y'all couldn't set no cameras up in the establishment. They told y'all, hell no. Y'all could just set up some tripods around the room, like, at every angle. Like, y'all could not do something. I don't understand how that is TV be getting such good footages of their fights, even when they be out. I don't understand why this was like this. Why would y'all, unless y'all was trying to hide stuff in the background, because, baby, that probably is all it was, because apparently Marsh was there. Was y'all trying to hide Marsh? Because, bitch, it was never that serious about Marsh. Like, girl, the cameras was everywhere. It was giving season 1 production, girl. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So then Lex, she goes for Tavi. She like, yep, I need that. I need that. For some reason. Because for some reason, Lex still needs to fight Tavi. She still needs it. She still needs that. And whatever, girl. Because Tavi says she's going to give it to her. So that first round, I want to give it to Tavi. I don't care. Now, from what I've been seeing online, I don't know if I'm going to like Tavi later on in the season, but it is what it is. Maybe I'm biased, but I feel like Tavi kind of got that first round only because she had Lex in the headlock. And one thing about Lex is that if she can't get that reach on you, she's not going to be able to knock your ass. She's not going to be able to knock knots onto your head. You know what I mean? Like, she's good for it. Now, that bitch is good for giving a bitch a black eye, a knot, a busted lip, something. But if you get in on that bitch and she can't extendo clip your ass, then you probably good. You probably good. So the first round, I feel like, I ain't gonna say Tavi got it, but she didn't get beat up. Okay, I'll say that because I ain't finna be delusional. Like, oh yeah, Tavi beat Lex up that first round. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. Now that second round, Lex definitely got it. She was banging Tavi head like a fucking bell. She was banging her head like a bell. Like, girl, that's all I could think of when I was putting these notes down, bitch. So, bing. And like, bing, 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 bing. I'm like, bing. Anyway, I'm not finna put that in. Lex is talking about next, because apparently she still needs that with Fauna too. So, Lex versus Fauna, they go one round. I kind of feel like it was a tie. I don't know. I kind of feel like it was a tie. Because y'all be acting like Fauna don't be getting in there with Lex. But Fauna, like she said, she's learned how to fight her. So she be getting in with her. And she be getting her licks in. But Lex, that bitch, she still be coming around. Even when she can't get her full. She still be pulling that bitch around. And she be getting her licks in too. But I don't know. I'm not going to say Lex won that one either. So then Tanisha pulls up. Girl, baby Chrisean going to clock her something serious a little bit later on. But we going to get to it. So Tavi says she's trying to figure out why Lex still wants to fight her. And I'm still trying to figure out too. And Tavi is like, girl, we jumped you at the reunion and then we both gave you one-on-ones after that. So why do you still want to fight? Why do you still want to fight me? Lex talking about, I don't. Girl, listen to this bitch. Did y'all hear her? She's like, why? Tavi's like, why are we fighting? And Lex like, I don't know. Because she's a production puppet. And it's sad. She is a production puppet and she gonna do whatever them folks tell her to do, honey. Because apparently she doesn't remember that. She doesn't remember them doing their one-on-ones after they jumped her. But it was after Tavi blacked her eye. Tavi blacked her eye, and then I guess she didn't get her lick back for real like she wanted to after that. And you didn't black her eye the whole season prior. Damn, like the girl got one good lick on you. But I guess she like, this bitch Fauna just blacked my eye at the end of the season. And then this bitch Tavi gonna black my eye at the reunion. And I've been whooping these hoes all season. No, we're gonna get that again next season. So Lex is saying Tavi and Fauna are done. She like, done. Y'all are done. Fauna say, I guess it's because I didn't knock some sense into that bitch. Like, she's realized that these girls is not no easy wins. That's all I feel like. I mean, maybe Tavi have been, but Fauna definitely not. And then at the end of the day, the storyline has run stale. It has run so fucking stale, girl. We do not want to keep seeing you fight these same girls. Now, what we wanted to see was you fight Chrisean. Now, mind y'all, because bitch, I got a good memory and I'm gonna always bring it back. Mind y'all, Lex, when she was talking to Tavi on that bus, she was standing up and she had her fingers all in her face and all that. And she was like, this is how I talk. This is how I talk. She was not talking like that to Chrisean, okay? But we gonna get to it, though. We gonna get to it. Because, yeah, picking and choosing. Picking and choosing. And this is not a hate Lex page, but I really cannot stand that bitch. I'm not gonna lie. This is not like a Lex slander page, but I really cannot stand her. So, like, I don't know, until she come around and until she come to her senses and start acting like she got some damn sense, then most of my opinions is gonna be like this. Because, bitch, they're justified. She is an idiot to me. She's dumb. She's so dumb. Because how you say y'all didn't run y'all ones when y'all clearly run y'all ones? Like, y'all clearly ran them ones, bitch. Anyway. Anyway, so then at this point in the episode is when Summer starts her marathon. This bitch ran a marathon, a triathlon. This bitch ran a mile around that damn diner hall, whatever you want to call it, the presidential dinner hall, bitch. She ran a motherfucking mile. That bitch was like, no, stop. Because Tasiki was on her ass. This bitch, no, okay. Get her away from me. So, I like your sister. I don't like you. I don't have to like you. Move. Bitch, that is so funny. That's so funny. But so real because, bitch, no, I'm still gonna say what I got to say, bitch, because it's security right here. Yup. Move. Oh, somebody get this bitch. Move. That is so funny. Girl, that is so funny. But now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that's all it had to be as to why she didn't hit Tink back or like do all that with Tink is because she was new. She was new to the whole production, so she didn't know that security would have saved her if she would have hit her back. You know what I mean? Because, bitch, how she was trying to buck back on Tasiki, but not buck, girl, she didn't even do a piece of that to Tink. Which I'm still disappointed in because, girl, how is you trying to buck up at Tasiki and you let Tink slap you? Huh? So anyway, she running around. She like, no, gone. So Lex and her confessional talking about she didn't agree with what Summer said, so she just let it happen. It just had to happen. So then Anna, she sneaks Smiley because apparently Smiley was telling her business on the internet, baby, and calling her phone from fake numbers and shit. I don't know who gave Smiley them knots on her damn head. Because that's why I had to give those rounds to Biggie earlier. Because I was like, oh, girl, they're not doing nothing. But by this point, Smiley had 2 big-ass knots on her head. And then we know what's about to come next. So Tommy is telling Anna to chill out. And Mariah is trying to explain that Smiley was doing a lot online, telling Anna business, like I said. Tommy like, what business? What business? Because Tommy, she said she's cool with Smiley. Like, they talk on the phone. They both live in Miami or something like that. She's talking about, man, look at this bitch, man. She down bad, man. Leave the bitch alone. That is so funny. They just go to show she really just don't know how to talk, I guess. She don't even know how to talk about you in context. Like, even if she not talking to you. Like, I'll be like, damn, not look at the bitch. Me? After Anna sneaks Smiley, honey, she end up season. Girl, Smiley! When I'm telling you, I was hollering only because this shit didn't happen before on the same show. Like, The same type of circumstances, bitch. It was, oh my goodness, it was just so funny because Sapphire it was just so funny because Sapphire talking about Smiley, we not doing this. No, she is doing it. She's doing it right now. Right now. What do you mean we're not doing this? What? Bitch. That lady said, Smiley, we not doing this. Girl, so the EMTs, they trying to get her up. They called the paramedics and stuff, 911, fire trucks, all of that, the whole nine. They carried this bitch out on the stretcher. Everybody standing outside. They like, Smiley. Really? For real, Smiley? Cause what's finna be her excuse now? Because y'all remember last time it's because she said she had a miscarriage and then she left the hospital. She didn't want to leave. I mean, she wanted to leave, but they told her not to leave. But she couldn't not leave because she was. Never mind, I ain't gonna say that. So I just wonder what's gonna be her excuse now as to why she seized out, baby. And these bitches is laughing, and I couldn't help but to laugh either. Biggie talking about I called it. I called it. 3, 2, 1. This bitch. Bitch, I said, oh my goodness, I know you fucking lying. And she wasn't. Smiley was dead ass. I cannot believe her, girl. So they take her out on the stretcher and then, girl, they proceed as usual. So we start the scene back and we see Rock talking to Tommy and she's like, they just let my sister fight Summer by herself. Like, all these girls fake clicked up. They know who to jump and who not to jump. I'm like, oh, bitch. I forgot this had happened, girl. I forgot Chrisean had then went on live after the first day of filming talking about she went in checking everybody. And them bitches was not on that same energy. Now, this is why Chrisean, she just be confusing me, though. She's such a, like, hypocrite, or, like, she just be contradicting herself too much. Because, mind y'all, she said that, and now, current day, she talking about, I don't have no problem with Lex. Like, I don't have no reason to fight. Girl, so why did you go on live talking about, well, I went in checking shit. I think it's because after them first couple days of filming and shit went how it went, you was feeling crazy for playing into them games. Because I don't think nobody told Chrisean to say that, but I feel like she felt the need to say that if they wasn't in front of them cameras, right? I don't know. It was like you was doing a lot and you kind of didn't care if it went either way. But I don't feel like she bitched Lex, but I also don't feel like Lex had that same energy. Like she said, I feel like two things can be true, right? Because Chrisean is going to say later, bitch, essentially, y'all wasn't on shit. Like, y'all wasn't ready to be on shit. Even if it was a one-on-one, bitch, it could have been a two-on-one because both of us is here and y'all being her friends, y'all would really let her get beat up by Chrisean and Tasiki. Basically, is what she's saying. And Lex like, what? Like, no, I told her I didn't agree with what she said. Bitch, I really feel like how that conversation went was, I don't agree with you saying that about Tasiki, girl. She didn't agree with her jumping in that specific business because she knew it wasn't going to end well for her. Now, let it had been Scotland, and let Summer had said that same thing, she wouldn't have cared. And she would have jumped in that fight. Say she wouldn't. Now, lie and say she wouldn't. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Because y'all gonna lie and say she wouldn't, right? Anyway, let's move on. I feel like two things can be true. Now, Big Lex, she just didn't have that same energy like Chrisean said. Bitch, y'all know who to jump, who not to jump. Y'all know who to fight, who not to fight. Because last season, you had your hands all in Tavi's face and it was giving all of that. And this is how I talk. This is how I talk. Now, Chrisean did say on her live that when she told Lex, you have the floor, that mean, bitch, we can fight. Now, I just looked back at it again to take my notes. And she did gesture to the floor. You have the floor. So I don't know. I don't know because y'all know Chrisean is like manipulative, bitch. She know how to play mind games too, and it could just be her playing a mind game on us. Like, girl, I told that bitch she can get up. I said you have the floor, but maybe that's some Baltimore lingo because I didn't take that as you have the floor. I take that as both of y'all was trying to talk at the same time, and Lex was trying to get her point out. So once again, she didn't bitch Lex, but Lex didn't have the same energy as she did with the girls last season. And maybe it's because Tasiki's her sister. Maybe it's because Chrisean ain't gonna be no easy fight. Maybe it's because she got a lot of backlash from the fans. Maybe it's because she doesn't agree with what Summer says. It could have been a lot of factors, but Either way, you do look a little pussy. I don't know, in my opinion. You just look like you're not on that. Because, bitch, you know damn well you only fought Tavi just to fight Tavi. Just because she was a heavy hitter. So, you was supposed to fight Chrisean, bitch. Like, you was supposed to fight Chrisean. You was. No fucking shade. But to the same point, like everybody been saying, Chrisean, she ain't never been shy of just firing off on a bitch either. So, who knows, girl? I just really wish they would have fought. I just really wish they would have fought. Oh, well. Oh, well, oh, well, oh, well. So, Tommy tries to lighten the mood, and then Tink starts to crash out because she want to get to Tommy. Roly like, what do you want to do, Tink? Tink say, Roly, bitch, you might have ran into bullets, but I didn't. Bitch, that was funny. She says, you might have ran into bullets, but I didn't. Tink, you did run into them bullets too, because you walked up on her, and she said she didn't want to do that with y'all, so you ran into them too. But that was funny. So then she sneaks Tommy, but barely. She snatches her wig off, girl. If you gonna do a sneak, you supposed to do it like Stoner Girl, bitch. You ain't do no good sneak. That was a weak-ass sneak, in my opinion. But a sneak nonetheless, girl. Tommy wasn't even mad about it. She's like, you know, she needed to do that. She needed that. And she did need a redemption, low-key. Okay? So, then Tasiki, she comes back for Summer. And Chrisean, she's like looking at... So then Chrisean, she starts back talking to Lex them, and she like, I had all opportunity to beat the fuck out of y'all friend. And Lex say, so why didn't you? Chrisean said, why would I? I'm watching y'all. Bitch. That's when they got real street and real hood. Now only my hood bitch is gonna understand that, because to Chrisean's points, why would I jump in Summer and Tasiki's stuff? But I could have. So y'all was supposed to be watching me in the off chance. Y'all not supposed to let me get no licks on y'all friend. And she already going at it. And she already going at it with my sister. I was watching y'all. Y'all wasn't watching me. In other words, that's what she was saying. Y'all bitches had y'all heads down. Y'all bitches was like, y'all was trying to diffuse the situation. But if you didn't agree with it, you would have just let it happen. But y'all trying to stop it from happening. Do that make sense? Do that make sense? As much as I don't want to agree with Chrisean, girl, I can't agree with Lex even more. Like, I just cannot. Sorry. But either way, I ain't really picking no side on them bitches, girl. It is what it is. Them bitches did not want to fight. Neither one of them bitches did not want to fight. For real. They didn't. In the midst of this, we hear Tasiki say that Chrisean already apologized. And everybody know Chrisean said the dumbest shit. And, you know, Chrisean didn't object or interject. So, I guess that was the closest Chrisean... I mean, I guess that is the closest that Tasiki is going to get getting an apology on this platform from her sister. Okay. So Summer is still running. She running. And Lex is trying to protect her. But Tasiki, she like, move. But Lex didn't move, to her point. Like, that's why I don't feel like Lex is scared of nobody. But she also didn't want to fight. I mean, which is fine, though. But is it because you want to fight Scotty and Tavi for everything? So, I don't know. It would be fine if you weren't such a hypocritical ass little bitch. Anyway, moving on. So, then Mariah, she brings her ass up talking about Tasiki didn't know if she wanted to slap her or not, so she had to make the executive decision to slap her. Girl, so Tasiki like, y'all move. Let Mariah get her. And you better keep your head up, nigga. That's when you went wrong. She's not a nigga. So, Mariah go in, baby. She couldn't even get in. She was trying to get close to Gretchen. She could not even. I said Gretchen because I was saying nigga and she white. Anyway, Mariah was trying to get close in on Summer and she could not. Summer was binking her ass in the head like a damn bell. That shit was funny. Mariah had to give up after like the first 5-10 seconds because she was like, ooh, shit. And she was like, okay, I did that. I finished that out. That happened. Girl, she couldn't even get close, honey. She should have sat that out. She should have let that sneak be her one and done and be like, no, lick back. Girl, no. You always trying to jump in for some shit. You always trying to jump in to Zeke shit for her. Girl, sit down. So, Roly say they beef is done. She want to have a conversation with Tanisha. So, Tanisha, she's talking about for what? For what? What she want to have a conversation about? Who? Roly with me? For what? For what? So they tell her Roly just want to talk. She not trying to fight. So she like, oh, okay, let's do it. And I don't think Tanisha was scared, but cautious, yes, as she should be. Roly bigger than her. Tanisha used to be big. Roly did too. Roly still bigger now. Bigger. bigger. Anyway, so Roly, she starts talking to Tanisha and she basically says that her feelings was just hurt because we all have our opinions, but just like we didn't know them when we was watching them on TV, they don't know the baddies. So they shouldn't be so quick to form an opinion on them because they didn't like when people did that to them. And the shit that happened with her and Slim really just hurt her and she felt like she needed to keep going. But Tanisha, inserting herself really hurted her because she said Tanisha is her number one favorite bad girl of all time. So Chrisean, she walks up, she like, y'all beefing? Bitch, this shit is finna get funny and real. No shade, because I said the same thing. Y'all ready? So Roly say, I've never apologized to none of these girls after I fought them or nothing, but I want to apologize to you, Tanisha. And they just bond on having kids and stuff. So Tanisha gonna say, I didn't even want to be here. She's like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even want to come. I didn't even want to be here. Girl, Chrisean said, you lying. Girl, I had to go back because at first I was like, hold on, bitch. She was in there. She said, you lying. Because you was posting about it. Girl, what? Did I not? Girl, you calling a spade, bitch. I have to tell you that. She's definitely lying. Because I feel like that's why she started this shit with Roly too. Why even insert yourself in that universe, girl, if you so detached, you so above, Bill. You know what I'm saying? Above it. But you're back. You wanted to be back. You just wanted some more money and you got it. But girl, you did what you had to do. But it was weird nonetheless. Yeah, but Chrisean, she funny as hell. She in her confessional talking about if you didn't want to be back, you wouldn't have came back. You know you need that check. Girl, I know that's right. So then Lemon Pepper, he comes out. He breaks the fourth wall, girl. He said that Natalie won't be here as much because they're looking for new leaders, honey. Then he introduces Scotty to tell her business. I don't feel like Scotty should have told these girls, the world, nobody, her business this early. But that's just me being black and like the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not superstitious, but I do feel like people will speak bad on you and put bad energy out there against you. Like they will try to put spells on you and pray against you, girl. Well, you can't pray against somebody, but you get what I'm saying. You can to another god. Well, not no another god, but a demon. You can pray to a demon. You can pray to the devil, girl. She shouldn't have told all them girls. And I do believe Tommy when she say that Lex was messing with Lemmy. Because, girl, you still couldn't even be happy for this girl. And she's gonna bring life into this world. You like, girl, it gave, okay, that's what's up. You pregnant by that nigga? That's what it gave me, no shade. So then this whole day is over. We get the next day where I guess cameras wasn't there yet, but a whole bunch of people had their camera phones out. This is the part that we saw on social media of Tasiki saying, now I'm gonna take Junior. But they ain't play all of that. But production puts in the beginning of the scene that Tasiki found out that Marsh was there and that's why she went off. But the people did some investigating, baby. And you can see that Marsh was there the day before. So that couldn't have been the reason. So Chrisean say she's confused because they was all just cool. And DJ Scott saying the same thing. And I took that as all of them, including Marsh. Like, they was all just out together. And I believe that because Marsh hadn't been with her the whole time. So that's making me look at Tasiki weird, right? But according to Chrisean, this is what she said on her live. Chrisean said the production had been told Tasiki that she had a conversation about her behind her back, girl. And that's how all of this shit started, girl. They wanted drama with these girls. That is sad. That's crazy. Y'all feel like y'all needed that? Y'all feel like y'all needed that for ratings? Them folks got enough going on. That's wrong. That is so wrong. And I was seeing through all of this stuff as I was rewatching it because Chrisean was telling DJ Scott in the moment, she was like, you don't see what's going on? Do I have to explain to you what's going on? And it's not funny. It's not funny. Girl, I feel like that's what she was saying. And Scott said also it was a setup. Yes, girl, from production. They just didn't want to say that. That's sad. That is sad. So the girls get on their sprinter, they on the way to the house, and it seems like Dolly and everybody is cool because Dolly and Tink is sitting right next to each other. They singing It's the Real Baddie Party. Fauna, Tavi, Killer, and Scotty, they're all on a separate sprinter. Obviously because Scotty is pregnant and then these girls are not going to fight each other. At least not yet. So they're on a separate sprinter. They ain't talking about shit. Siki, Anna, Mariah, Biggie, they're all in the car. And Tasiki is telling them about the shit that happened with Chrisean. And they hardest not to engage, which they should. Because I would have been mad if they would have been putting too much of their 2 cents in on it. Because stay out of it as much as you can. I know she wants y'all input because she needs somebody to vent to, but y'all did the right thing. Keep it cute, okay? This is when Tasiki said what was supposedly said, and I guess supposedly Chrisean said that Tasiki's not her sister, because they was like, ask your sister, and she was like, that ain't my sister, that's my blood. Marshmore, my sister. So I guess that's what set her off. But Chrisean said she did not say that. Who knows, girl? Roly says that her and Natalie still gotta talk, whatever, that fake ass drama. Then Summer asks why Tink don't like Dolly. So Tink, she trying to act like she don't have no problem with Dolly. She ain't never say nothing, never do nothing, girl. You was shading her all Baddies Midwest. In every confessional you could. Every confessional you was shading her. And y'all never had no problem. So yeah, you have a problem. You had a problem with her. Then they talk about something that happened with Diamond and Dolly, and she said that when her hand get right, she was gonna fight Tink. So Dolly at this point, she already standing up because y'all know Tink is good for a sneak too. So she's standing up and Tink popping it, popping it, popping it. And she's like, you said you was going to wait for your hand, bitch. Ain't nobody finna wait for your hand to get right. So Dolly says, so let's do it right now then. Mind you, they both already standing up. Girl, Tink stood right there like she wasn't finna get punched on. And Dolly proceeded to punch the fuck out of her, all in her face, bing bong. She got the bells knocked out of her too, bitch. The coins, girl, whatever you want to call it. She was hearing bells. She was seeing stars, bitch. Anyway, that was all for this episode. This episode, it was good. It was good. I'm not going to say it was bad. I just feel like it was rushed as far as the actual production, like them getting cameras and stuff set up. Girl, y'all should have did better with that. Y'all should have did better with that because, girl, I wanted to see them fights better. It was too much going on. Not enough coverage. Okay. But overall, I enjoyed the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Let me know what y'all thought about this review. Once again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.